The words of the gospel today are really serious. Much has been given to us, and much is required of us. When I read that sentence, I really think seriously about my life, and that life that sometimes can be more productive and more based on that very sound of Jesus today, of his arrival. Every Sunday we come here to celebrate the days of the Lord. That's why we call it Dominus Day, the day of the Lord. Because we prepare as we challenge ourselves and ask God to fulfill the promise that he will come. He will come in that glory that he prepared for all the saints, including us, as he said in the gospel. Do not be afraid, little flock. The Father intends to give the kingdom to you. But there is condition how this kingdom will come to us. If we go in the first reading today, we see the experience of the chosen people. As you know, the chosen people were in Egypt for many years, for 150 years. They became slaves there. And they prayed to God that he will give them a relief. They select Moses, and Moses was sent to the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh was obstinate, he does not want to listen, and there were 10 plagues being given to the people of Egypt. And finally, when one morning the Pharaoh arose, and he saw on the couch his older son, the one to whom the kingdom will now pass on, lifeless, dead. He said to Moses, "Get out, and get out now. I am fed up with you." But remember what God has said to Moses. On the eve of this day, when you are going to get out, I want you to tell your people to produce for themselves a lamb. They shall kill it and take some of the blood of the lamb and put on the posts of the doors where you are staying. Because tonight, the angel of death is going to pass through. But where the blood is, he's not going to enter. That's why they say they did this in secret. But today, it is the celebration of the annual feast of the Jewish people. That's why it said divine institution, the Passover. The gospel today reminds us that if a man knows when his house is going to be broken into, he will guard that his house will not be broken into. And we know that he will guard his belongings so nobody will spoil it. Jesus said to us today also, how many of you are going to hire a broker, a steward of your finance before you interview him and see what direction he has in his mind? You have to know what kind of experience he has. You want to know that your money is secure. And what is the last thing that you look into a broker or somebody who's entrusted with your money? That he will be faithful. He will not be a crook. There are plenty of them around. And Jesus said, so do you. You are the stewards of God. God has entrusted you with a vocation. Whether it is married life, single life, a widow, a priest, a child, whatever we are. We all have a vocation. God is saying to us today, live it to the best of your ability. You are a husband,
Be the best husband you can be. Are you hearing there?
Be a good husband. It's easy to say to the wife, be a good wife. We don't need to tell them too much because they are. Especially mothers. Be a good mother. Oh. Be a priest, be the best priest you can be. With your shortcomings, yes. The Lord wants to have shortcomings. In fact, the Lord permits shortcomings in each one's life because He wants to show you that He is in control. He does not want to have a big head over your shoulders. That's why we make mistakes. Thank God for them. To remind me constantly that this life is not my words, but His words. The second reading today, the author of the Hebrews explained to us or tried to walk us through the experience of Abraham. Abraham was a man from Mesopotamia. He was not Jew. And God said to him one day, take your wife Sarah, take your livestock, and go from Ur to Canaan. Long distance for the time. On walk, of course. Maybe he take a little here and there, ride on one of his mules. And Abraham said to the Lord, why? Go, I will show you why. Abraham was 75 years old. And he told him, I am going to have a child. He said, Lord, you have to be joking. My wife Sarah is sterile. She cannot have babies. You're nuts. And God said to him, try me. And Abraham believed him. Well, time goes by. Abraham is about 90 years old, and Sarah came around. He said, listen, who is going to inherit what you have? It's not fair that we don't have a child, so he will be the heir of our possessions. And she said to him, I cannot give you babies, I'm sterile. There is one of the slaves, Hagar. Very nice looking man. Go and have a baby with her. Well, Abraham, like a man, he didn't ask the second invitation. Imagine at 90 years of age. But the son of a gun, that she really bore a son. And they named him Ishmael. But God said to Sarah, get off my plan, get off my way. I don't need you to tell me how to direct this plan. He is not going to have a boy or a child from a slave, but from you. Sarah said, from me? Said, yes. 92 years, a year later, Sarah conceived and had a baby. Now, Scripture said that his body was dead. I leave it up to you to judge what it means. And after the baby was born, Sarah said to her husband, the woman must go with the child. Last year you gave me permission and now I have a baby with her. And you are telling me that I am going to let her go? Either her or me. That's what a woman do to you. Either you do what I say or eat sand. You don't know that yet? You're preparing for marriage, no? That's what they do. You better make them happy or you'll be set for the rest of your life. And we know that Abraham, against his wishes, He told Sarah to hit the pike, to Hagar to hit the pike.